Investigative stories that make a difference. The I-Team.
An I-Team investigation into a local landscaper. He's accused of taking money for work that he never finished in St. Johns County. Neighbors say that he took them for hundreds of dollars, and one of them called the I-Team for help.
But investigator Jennifer Waugh did some digging and discovered this same man has been in trouble before.
This whole bed here with mulch, and that bed as well.
Joe Bernstein shows us the area around his house in Volano Beach. He paid Chirs Rukab to spruce up with mulch.
And he said $300. I said, really? I said, everything for $300. He said, yeah. I said, okay, let's do it.
Bernstein thought he was getting a great deal.
And that started a week or 10 days of misery.
He paid up front, writing these 2 checks.
So he was supposed to come back the next day.
But he got nothing but excuse.
The next day he said that Home Depot didn't have any mulch.
After excuse.
Monday, he had a flat tire.
After excuse.
Tuesday, he said, oh, I had a fire in my truck.
He says Rukab did eventually return with 2 bags of mulch, instead of the nearly 2 dozen he was paid to buy and spread. He hasn't seen him since. The same thing happened to a neighbor who tells us that he paid Chirs Rukab about $150 cash to trim trees outside his home. He says that he was told that he'd come back the next day to finish the work and never did. We did some digging and discovered Rukab did the same thing before. He was convicted of petty theft for taking $940 to complete gardening work for a St. Augustine woman that was never done. And he was ordered to pay another St. Augustine man $1,700 in a civil lawsuit after Rukab was paid to lay sod and didn't finish the job. We called Rukab for some answers and to get his side of the story.
Hi, Mr. Rukab. This is Jennifer Waugh calling from Channel 4 News. How are you? Good. Mr. Rukab, I'm calling about what happened with Joel Bernstein. He says he paid you $300 for some landscaping work and that you never did it.
After acknowledging at first he was Chirs Rukab, he then denied it and hung up. Bernstein says this is the last time he'll listen to his heart instead of his gut.
And I thought, hey, he's just trying to put food on the table. Was a very bad idea. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Buyer beware.
Bernstein says in hindsight, he wishes he had done his homework. Also, he regrets giving Chirs Rukab all of the money for the job up front before any of the work had been done. And he says when Rukab told him that he was a contractor, he wishes he had checked that out. We did, and we didn't find a contractor's license in Chirs Rukab's name. You can check that information, too, before you hire anyone who requires a license by going to myflorida.com. Jennifer Waugh, Channel 4, the local station.
Well, if you see something that needs investigating, take a picture or a video and text it to 479 News, or you can email it to iteam@news4jax.com.